My intent is to show you the new Raspberry Pi 7-inch touchscreen display with a Raspberry Pi 2 board attached, as well as the new Debian 8 Jessie operating system. This is the Raspberry Pi 2 board with the noobs card. You can tell the newer version of this hardware, and this works with the display. Some of the older ones don't. This is opening the box of the display. That's the card, the driver card in the middle. The jumper wires, there's two sets of jumper wires. You only use one. It has hardware, 4 spacers and 4 screws. The ribbon cable is connects between the two boards. This is with the pieces out of the box. Again, the driver board. This is the display unit itself, still in its wrapping. This is the top side. Here's the bottom side with the 2 ribbon cables that connect to the driver board. And you can see the mounting for the driver board in the middle 4 screws. The case attaches to the outer 4 screws. These are really tedious to get in place. This is the out of the case. This is the back side of the case with the front side of the case, the bezel around it, and the board, mounted board. You can see the Raspberry Pi mounted on top of the driver board, which is mounted to the back of the display, and the ribbon cable I just talked about. The red and black wires provide power from the Raspberry Pi up to the or down to the driver board. You can also do it in reverse. You can plug into a micro USB slot on the driver board and power the Pi board in the other. It powers the Pi board in the other direction. You'll note that you have to have the micro USB or micro SD card plugged in because it's all going away. This is once the unit is booted up. I actually had Python and the PiFace applications there, but this has been updated to Jessie. It's running off of a battery pack. You can see the menu is much different from the previous. Obviously, this is not a noob's menu. This is the newer Jessie. This is the Debian menu. Applications, education, games, help. Then you have accessories as the standard menu on Jessie. This is going down to Debian applications. These are the folders under applications, and now I went through. This is editors. Then file management, applications, the network, programming. It's got IDEs and a number of versions of Python installed. Science has mathematics, shells, sound has those 4 applications. The system, the administration section, the monitoring, you can see LX task, etc. It does have a root X terminal, which is a new return feature. The text, video, and viewers. Then under Education, Sonic Pi, Games, Minecraft Pi, and Help, Debian Reference, Info, and Yelp. Now we're going back to Games under the standard Jessie menu, Internet, Debian Reference and Raspberry Pi Help under Other. Programming has a reduced set, but obviously you can get them the other direction. Sound and video, system tools, preferences, and logout. Now I've gone back. I just turned the unit on the battery, and now you can watch it boot up. It'll first turn on the backlight. Okay, now you've got a raster there. Now it's booting. You can see the quad core, the 4 raspberries in the quad core. It's very fast. Okay, then in the upper right hand corner you've got a little rainbow icon, and then you'll get the mouse pointer, and now you're onto the screen, the same screen you saw before. And now I'm using the touch screen display, but trying to hold the camera and do that at the same time. Finally get it. Okay, now I'm going to go to log out, and the same screen comes up, and then I touch there and it logs off. And now you'll see the display turning off. It looks horrible, like an old TV set, but it's what it's supposed to do. So once it's powering down and the capacitors drain, then it shuts off. Okay. One thing that you're going to need to do is make sure that you have upgraded, updated and upgraded to whatever version you're using, whether it's Wheezy or Jessie, before you run this, or the drivers won't work. The other thing is, once you do that, you're also going to have to add a command in the boot list, LCD underscore rotate equals 2, because otherwise the display is upside down. Hopefully this was helpful.